By 2050, transportation would have changed immensely. We're already seeing self-driving cars in their early phases of trial and error, so in 3 decades it's safe to say we should have the technology for true self-driving vehicles. According to a Stanford University report, self-driving cars would not only reduce traffic-related deaths and injuries, but also bring about a change in lifestyle. When people don't have to drive anymore, they will have more free time for themselves and may choose to live in different places as a result. Companies like Tesla are already working to put out cars with such capabilities, and it won't be too long till we see them in full action. Another interesting technology that could change the way we travel is the Hyperloop One. The train has the potential to revolutionize transportation forever. According to co-founder Shervin Pushiva, we've reached historic speeds of 310 kilometers an hour, and we're excited to finally show the world the XP1 going into the Hyperloop One tube. When you hear the sound of the Hyperloop One, you hear the sounds of the future.
Yes!
The Hyperloop could be one of the most revolutionary modes of mass transportation in well over 100 years, and with the help of electromagnetic levitation, the Hyperloop will give people access to a faster, safer and cheaper source of transportation. For many scientists and world leaders, a major issue that clouds the world today is global warming. If people have any chance of attaining a greener and cleaner future, we need to switch practices by favoring more sustainable sources of energy. If we can manage to do that, we can expect to see a large difference in the future of our planet. Energy. The ocean could provide us with a solution when it comes to renewable energy. The thermal energy hidden away in the ocean is immense and largely untapped at this point. Bluerise is a company that is working on creating an energy breakthrough, one of the likes that haven't been seen before. If their project pulls through, it will be able to outcompete fossil fuel-based sources of energy. Bluerise is just one of the many ambitious companies trying to break out of the traditional means of energy production and can hopefully provide us with new solutions for the environmental problems that plague the world today. Space exploration. One promise that many people are still waiting on is one of space exploration. Companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are making strides towards their respective goals of spatial exploration and colonization out of this world. We're not sure which goal will come to fruition first, but we can expect to have the capabilities to make space tourism a reality by 2050. People who can afford it will be able to spend up to a week in orbit. But be wary. According to many experts, spending a week in orbit won't come cheap, and it'll likely stay that way for a long time. Artificial intelligence. AI is already much more advanced than it was 10 years ago, and it will only continue to witness rapid and exponential developments. Experts like John Maeda believe that AI will have surpassed the processing power of all living brains on Earth in the near future. To properly function in that kind of society, it will be necessary to work together with these new systems to make sure that the preservation of important human values is carried forward. The rise of AI and change in culture will make technology an integral part of the workforce in the coming years. Everything will be connected and driven by data. Researchers also believe that the landscape of many industries, as well as the job market, will radically change as a consequence. If we are to go by the current trajectory of things, almost half of the world's current jobs won't even exist in 2050. Many of the physical labor jobs will be given out to the machines and robots, opening up new and safer job opportunities for the people. We can also expect to see people moving away from the traditional work systems, wanting more time to themselves, thus moving comfortably from the 9-to-5 lifestyle. Education. Education is another industry that will see a drastic change in the next 30 years. According to experts, at least 90% of the student population will be pursuing online degrees by 2050. Unless the world devolves into an apocalypse, education will continue to be more globalized, and more solutions will come that allow more people to receive good education efficiently. The world has recently witnessed a huge move to online education, and it seems like more educational institutions have seen some of its benefits. Online education will likely continue to be the way of the future and will help people learn from any corner of the world. According to an article from Commercial Micro Manufacturing, robots will most likely take over many of the tasks you would expect your regular educators to handle. These robots will be capable of preparing courses, giving lectures, answering questions, setting and marking assignments, and providing feedback on time. And because robots don't require payment and can work tirelessly around the clock, they will serve as cost-effective solutions for educational institutions. There's no doubt that the world will be quite different by 2050. We will see our existing systems and structures improve drastically, which will, in turn, change the way people function all around the world. The advancement of both AI and space travel will most likely be huge factors that help spark the radical change in the coming years. We can only hope that when that happens, we don't find ourselves in an apocalyptic nightmare instead. What kind of changes do you expect to come?